What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have some good news for the FRS and some not so good news about the Miata. So I know on my channel I've posted more Miata videos than anything else, and you guys always love it, and I appreciate everybody helping me out with that car, but it was not financially correct for me to have that car right now, so I sold it. Sold the car last week, and it's probably the best and worst decision I've ever had because that car meant so much to me. That car kind of opened my eyes into what it takes to have a car or to build a car, it just opened my eyes on what I have to do. So that was the car I'd done my first head gasket on, rebuilt the engine. Just I'll never forget, and I'll never have any regrets on what I did to that car, but it was definitely a good milestone and good stepping stone for me to pursue myself into future cars. So since that's gone, now we're gonna be mainly focusing on the FRS. So right behind me, I have some nice NRG seats to match my wheel. So we're just waiting on brackets for those that come tomorrow, and then we're gonna throw those on. But today, I finally have something that I've always wanted in all of my cars, and that is Apple CarPlay. So I got this head unit right here, which has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Not only that, it has entertainment as well. So you have your Netflix, your Hulu, your YouTube, you have Google Chrome. It's pretty neat. So it's a 9-inch screen, and it replaces the trim that's already in the car, which I'll show later. But let's get out of the packaging and see what it looks like. All right. Has some QR codes. It's a warranty card. Probably won't need that, but it's good to have. Packaged really well. And off the bat, we have some trim removal tools, so some panel poppers, which is really nice. We have a bunch of connectors and wires. Off the top of my head, don't know what those are for, but we'll see later on in the instructions. And oh gosh, we have a lot of cables actually. We have some, yeah dude, that's a lot of stuff. What I do know off the bat is that this purple cord right here goes to a USB somewhere, and this is your main Apple CarPlay source. I know that because I watched the video of the guys who installed this, and I'll link that down below. But that's the only cable I know right off the bat. So we'll get into those a little bit later. All right. So here it is. That's pretty big. So like I was saying, it comes with the trim piece itself. So all you do is on the back, there's tabs right here, and on the stock panel, there's white clips, and they're used in all interior pieces. So you have to remove those and then put them on here and clamp it all in. All right, so we're at the spot where we're gonna install the CarPlay unit, but I just wanted to go over just a quick walkthrough of what I've already done to the FRS that I haven't showed you guys. So right now it's sitting on some BC Racing coilovers. I have these nice XXR wheels. These were actually my dad's. He gave them to me, so I was like, I might as well make them work. And the fronts fit. I do have to do some adjusting. The front fenders are rolled already, but I do have to trim away some of this fender liner just a little bit, so that it gives me just a little bit more clearance, especially on the where the sidewall is. But it sits pretty nice. These are 18 by 8.75 with a 20 offset in the front. And then the rears, unfortunately I don't have them on, but here's a picture of them on. And the reason why I took them off is you can see right here, it started eating my tire. I was coming home after work, or after school, sorry, and I kept hearing all this noise, and the rear fenders aren't rolled. So you can see that it's been taking some of my tire out of the way. So I decided, she came and saved me. I was at Topanga Canyon, and I couldn't drive the car anymore. I was going like 10 miles an hour through the turns, and it was just so we took them off. We're getting the fenders rolled soon, but that's pretty much it. That's all that's been done to the car. The front we haven't really changed anything in the front end, just the bumper's been taking a beating. I lost the grille, it fell off, and then I also replaced the headlights because one was leaking a lot. So I replaced that one, and yeah, so nothing too much has changed just besides coilovers and wheels. I'm only halfway done with the wheels, as you can see. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this trim piece off, take the old head unit out, and we'll go from there. So to take this one out, it's super easy, especially for mine, since mine's kind of broken. But what you want to do is grab your tool that comes in the kit, and you want to find the sweet spot and find the part where you're not going to damage this side. But since mine's all messed up, I can just pull it out really easy. So there it is. Like I was saying earlier, these are the white clips that we need to transfer over. We'll do that once the time comes, so we'll set this down. So for right now, again, there should be two like 10 mil bolts here or something like that that holds this head unit on, but it doesn't. I guess it broke off or whatever. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this out and we're gonna start disconnecting these wires. They're all just a bunch of push pins. Push in and pull out. They're a bit difficult to get to. Boom. Boom. This last gray one right here, this one's kind of a pain. What you need to do is you need to like push towards the bottom and you'll hear it click and then it'll come out. So this is your old one. You can throw this out the window. No, I'm just kidding. We're not gonna throw it. We're gonna keep it just in case. But now we have it all out. So what we're gonna do is grab our microphone, which is somewhere right here actually. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna run this up here. So we're gonna grab our microphone right here and we're gonna run it through the dash, up the pillar, we're gonna put it right here. So what we're gonna do is peel back this weather strip, which shouldn't be too hard. Peel this back a little bit, and then there's an inside weather strip that will peel back as well, which is right here. We'll let that hang, and then we'll take off the pillar. We don't need to take it off all the way, we'll just leave it kind of loose. And then grab our microphone. It has a little 3M sticky tape if you need. We'll save that right there. We'll go ahead and take this off. So what we'll do is hook this there for right now. Just kind of get it in a rough location. Then we're gonna run this wire down here. Yeah, let's see, maybe I can hook it there. Down the pillar. And a good thing to note is you're gonna want to, oh crap. Oops. This thing just has a mind of its own. So a good thing to note is you're gonna wanna pull some of this interior trimming off. It isn't too hard. There's a panel on this side, which gives you access to 2 screws, and then you can take this out. All right, so we're gonna take our tool that comes in the kit. We're gonna go down here and kind of pop it off. This one's pretty easy. Again, it's just interior clips. Oh, well this doesn't have a screw here, so that kind of saves our life a little bit. There's one clip here. Kind of pull that side out, and then let me go on this side over here. Boom, pop that one off. So now we're gonna run this wire all the way down here, kind of tuck it in through the pillar. This is a bit difficult. We'll use our tool and kind of push this wire through this small gap right there. And then what I'll do is grab the tail end of this. And if you can see over here, come over on this side, there's a screw right here. I don't want to take it out, so what we're gonna do is just fish this side. We'll pull it back just a little bit, and we'll fish this side down, grab it on the other side, and just pull it through so that it runs under the dash. You don't want to have janky wires everywhere. So now it looks somewhat okay, so we'll go to the other side now. Through this silver part right here, I'll follow it with my hands all the way back. I'll reach through here and kind of fish it this way. So we'll keep pulling it, Boom. So this side is ran through. What I'm actually gonna do is pop this out of the clip. I kind of don't need it. and we'll just have it sit right here. So I'll pull this and get rid of some slack, and then figure out how we're gonna put this. We'll put that in right there. So now that pillar is there. We're gonna reconnect our weather stripping. All right, so before we move on, let's just reconnect all this so we don't forget or miss out on any steps. And boom. That looks pretty decent. I think I can pull this. Yeah. There we go. Just tuck that in right there. So now what we're gonna do is play a fun little game of figuring out what all these wires do and what I can do to put them in. So unfortunately, we had the camera set up back here and we didn't know it died until now. And we threw the spare battery in, and it's a little upsetting. But I'll link a video down below that shows a full guide on how to, basically a how-to video and setting it up. So I'll link that down below. It's a super great video. But yeah, so let's go through some of the features on here. So you have your CarLink, which is just your Apple Play or Android Auto. You have your YouTube. So I have mine all logged in, and you can watch, YouTube, whatever you want. You can go to your apps right here, just the apps that come with the car. You can have your screen here and another screen, or whatever you have, your Google Play Store. So you'd log in with your Google Play, and then you can download whatever you want. All this is basically just a iPad but Android software. So if you already have an Android, then you put in all your normal logins and you can get it. If you don't, you can just make your own logins. But it's pretty cool. You still have your radio.
Van a tener la comodidad de su exclusivo.
So you still have your radio and stuff like that. But yeah, I haven't checked the sat nav in the car, because we know I hooked up the sat nav from this car, but I don't think this car came with sat nav. That's why it doesn't work. Maybe it does. Let's see. It would be really cool if it does. Oh, it does have sat nav. That's pretty cool. But we have Apple CarPlay, so that's even better. So yeah, well, that's really it for the install. I know you guys really didn't see much. There's a lot of connectors we didn't use and we didn't need to use. Like this one, we really didn't need this extra antenna. This one is your 4G aux and your 4G main, and there's two threaded connectors on the back. You don't need them. In the box over there, there's a bunch of stuff. If you have like an aftermarket sub or an amp, you can run those lines and hook it up. But in the settings, now that I just remembered, you can go to device, right? Is it device or general or something? Let's see, I don't know. Oh yeah, sound. So you want to go to device, sound. You can turn the beep on or off. It's really annoying, so we turned it off. And then you have your equalizer and your sub and everything like that, so you can change how your how it sounds, and it's really cool. But yeah, so I'll link the video down below, and then we still have those bucket seats. We're just waiting on the seat mounts, and I'll make a video with that as well. But yeah, thanks for watching. I know it was a short video, but I'll link the video down below with the rest of the how-to. We're also going to be installing it on my girlfriend's car right over there. We ordered ours at the same time. She wants CarPlay and all that stuff, so I was like, I'll get one and you get one, and we're gonna hook it up over there and see how it is. So thanks for watching, and I'll add some of those clips in there as well.